Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're jumping back into Tower of God New World because the game just globally launched as of this morning. I'm super excited that this game is finally out. I've been playing it in early access for the last week, and it is now here, and I'm excited to share this game with you and at least give you guys a couple of beginners, tips, and tricks for all the new players jumping into the game for the first time. So, if you guys enjoy this video, want to see more videos of Tower of God, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the first tip, and that is team building. And I'm not talking about the whole elemental system. I think if you've ever played a gacha game or an idle game, this whole elemental system is going to make a lot of sense. The thing that I want to talk about is there's this little button right here. You click on teams, and you're going to be able to save up to a total of 10 different team slots. This is actually a really useful kind of system to use because you're going to come across certain boss stages where even though you have like the most powerful team or like the highest level characters that you have or the most powerful characters are the ones that have the best equipment, you may end up losing against that enemy. You might want to check out the enemy, look at their skills and abilities, kind of swap your team around, but you don't want to lose that original team. Then just go ahead and save it, save that team for later, and then when you get to a certain stage, you can just go ahead and load it right back up. Super easy. The next tip I want to give you guys is you probably noticed that combat stage went by pretty darn fast. And that's because as of right now, I have the ×3 combat, auto combat turned on, which is something that you're not going to get until I believe like level 3 or level 4 of the tower. So my next recommendation is to try to push through the tower as far as you can, as quickly as you can. Because the game is going to give you not only a bunch of rewards, a whole bunch of different items and equipment, but it's also going to unlock a lot of things that are going to make things just so much easier for you down the line. Like ×3 speed, it's also going to give you some awesome equipment. It's going to unlock certain upgrading like gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, like to be able to upgrade your characters. For example, like the Tri-Essence facility, as well as when you're going through and you're upgrading your characters and you unlock their exclusive equipment, which I'm going to get into in just a little bit. In order to make it so that you can upgrade these by enhancing them, you're going to need very specific items. These are common enhancement extracts and higher rarities of those. In order to get these, you can get them through the arena store or from the loot system after you've cleared the 5th floor. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I want to finish the 5th floor so I can finally start getting some of these common enhancement extracts just through the auto loot system so I can start upgrading their exclusive equipment. So that's going to lead me into the next thing when it comes to upgrading your overall team is once you've got a good team setup, once you've got like a decent tank, a healer, and a damage dealer, a mage, or whatever, try to stay to at least 5 characters right up front. Get a good team setup. Like I've got 3 element types here, 2 green, 3 yellow. I've got a mage, I've got a tank, I've got 2 tanks, a support, and a damage dealer. So once you got a decent team setup, try to stick with those 5 characters, okay? And the reason why I say that is because the more you use a character, the higher their proficiency is going to eventually grow. Now, the proficiency is sort of an extended experience check that they can go down where you can get a whole bunch of premium currency. But once you get them to level 10, you're going to unlock their exclusive equipment, which is a huge bonus for your character. I mean, just look at the level 1 skill for this equipment. The attack coefficient of the Shinsu Bubble Barrier increases by 100%. That's double the damage, and that's just with 1 equipment piece. Now, as you're going through and you're leveling these up, once you get it to +10, you'll unlock level 2, +20, level 3, +30 will unlock level 4. So super important to try to get these exclusive equipments unlocked as fast as you can. That's actually something I kind of messed up on. I was kind of swapping my team around quite a lot. Don't do that. Try to keep your team to like what you've got. Push through the story, push through the trials, everything you can. Use that team in all aspects of the gameplay to increase their proficiency. Because the nice thing is once you max out their proficiency and you go into a stage with that character, you're going to get proficiency skill books, which you can then use on your other characters to level them up. Super good. It's a great way to level up your characters, is try to level up just 5 up front. Once you max those characters out and you're still pushing through the story, it'll make it so much easier on you to max out the other characters and unlock all of their exclusive equipment as well. Especially if you get a brand new character, it can take a little bit of time to kind of power them up, despite the fact that you've got the Shinsu links that kind of make them on par with your other team. The proficiency growth thing is a huge deal when it comes to, you know, making sure you're getting the most out of your characters. The other thing I want to talk about is the equipment system in the game. Let's actually head back to Yuri. Now, the equipment system in this game is pretty important, but I want to kind of break down how there are differences between the different items and stuff. So when you look at an item, not only have the rarity, but you've also got a rank. So this is a C+, not the best. I've seen it go up to B. B+ is the highest I think I've seen so far. But take a look at the different equipment that your character has, or like different stats it gives you. So this is a tank-based character. This gives increased HP, increased attack, and increased accuracy. But I may come across a different item that may give me even better like HP, or maybe even gives me a defense bonus, something like that. So take a look at that, because not only is like the combat power of that item important, but they do have different stats kind of across the board depending on like what equipment that you equip onto that specific character. The other thing too is you're going to come across these rare items that will give you a 30% increase bonus if it's equipped to a character of the same elemental type. So right now I've got the Tears Armor inventory, which is really good for a red elemental teammate. I've got a couple of red tanks I believe I can equip this to if I wanted to, which will give just a massive bonus to the health, magic resistance, and physical resistance, but it'll even give an even higher increase for red elemental characters. But if you don't like that, there is the option where you can change the element, but you're going to need a specific equipment elemental change ticket in order to do that. Now, it can be acquired via daily missions after clearing the 11th floor. So that's going to take some time. So even though you have a couple of characters, like maybe you're going through and you're trying to build your team and you don't have like an SSR tank, you're like, oh man, I wish I had like a really rare tank. Well, go take a look at the other ones that you currently have, because just that 30% increase bonus for that character honestly will put them on par or maybe even better than your current SSRs. I've seen Hacks here as an amazing tank at some of the stages, and even in PvP, she can hold her own a ton. And if I equip her with the Tears Armory inventory, she's going to be an amazing tank. So keep that in mind as well, because that's kind of, it's that little bonus right there can make a huge difference in the long run. The other thing I want to talk about is when it comes to limit breaking your character. Let's head on over to the lobby. We're going to go to summons. Now, in my previous video, I talked about how summoning in this game is super important, right? You need that in order to get the soul links, or the soul crystals, in order to upgrade the ranks of your soul link or your Shinsu links. So my next tip is, if you've got the tickets, if you've got the diamonds, just summon characters as soon as you're available. Don't save up the diamonds and stuff. Just do it as quickly as you can. The reason why I say that is because right now there's no kind of special banner that you can summon on, and you can also have a rate up of your own. You can choose what rate up that you want. And the recommendations that I have 2 recommendations just based off of like one that I think is very easy to upgrade, because right now they have events to upgrade Hayuri. So I recommend picking her as your #1 choice, because you're going to be able to max her out very fast. Super good tank. The other one that I've seen just as an amazing assassin so far is got to be the Princess Endorsi. I've seen her in PvP and like in just the regular stages. Her evasion is crazy. She deals a lot of damage, and she can take care of the back row characters very easily. I really want her. I don't even have her right now. I wish I did, because she is an amazing assassin. But my recommendation, my #1 recommendation is at least Hayuri, because the game is going to give you multiple copies of her up front. This is just going to make your life a lot easier, because you're going to be able to max her out super fast. The other thing I want to talk about when it comes to upgrading your characters and stuff is, if you head on over to the expeditions, there's a lot of different things that you can do. The trial areas are really good. The mock battle facility, though, is the thing that I kind of want to talk about. Is if you specifically need equipment for your character, don't skip out on the mock battle facility. This is where you're going to fight a boss, and you're trying to deal as much damage as you can. The higher amount of damage you end up dealing to it, the better the equipment you're going to get. The game's not going to give you that much in terms of like really good equipment. You're probably going to get most, if not all, of your best equipment as of right now through the mock battle facility. So if you're having struggles with your characters, if you don't have very good equipment stuff, make sure that you're doing this every day, powering up your characters, taking this guy on, because it's going to give you some pretty darn good equipment for your characters to use. And trust me, those are going to help out so much in the long run. So those are my kind of beginner tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos of Tower God, again, hit the like button. Let me know down below if you guys are playing the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this game. And if you guys have any tips or tricks to share with people, make sure to leave those in the comments down below. Well, friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.